Hello everybody. This is my first video recording of myself talking about my pregnancy. I was watching YouTube the other day and I saw that a lot of girls were doing week by week updates of their pregnancy, and I thought that it was a fun idea, something that people can watch and then later little baby can watch. So I'll just talk about whatever I can think of. Let's see. I am 15 weeks and 5 days, so I'm almost 16 weeks along. And I think last night I felt the baby move for the first time in my belly, and it was really weird and it was awesome. And I was laying there kind of like just thinking about the baby and thinking about the movements of the baby and how it's going to be soon. And all of a sudden I felt something, and I remember that, a couple nights before I had asked Paula, Diego's sister, and Martha what it feels like when you feel the baby for the first time, because it's not like a big kick or a big punch. And they said that it was kind of like bubbles in your stomach, but different than gas. And then Martha said that it was like when your tongue goes like this in your mouth, like just a weird light, whatever, I don't know. So anyways, I was laying there and I felt that, and it felt different than anything I felt so far. It felt different than gas or my stomach palpitates sometimes, like my whatchamacallit, it moves up and down, but it's just like my blood pumping in my stomach. So it felt different than that. So I turned to Diego. It was like, 4 a.m, because Diego gets home really late from his shows. He's in Dracula right now, and they just opened Friday, which was actually a big success. And he did, it was a full house, and I was there, and his parents were there, and Paula and Idam and Luca and Tiago were there, and the people went crazy. It was awesome. It was really awesome. And then yesterday, he had 2 shows in a row, and they were both packed out as well. So anyways, he came home really late, and we're laying in the bed just kind of watching TV and falling asleep, and I felt it, and I go, I think I feel it. And Diego goes, "What, my fart?" And I was like, "No, the baby." He's so funny. So anyways, that was a funny experience that I thought I would share with you. Oh, something else happened this morning. Because my tummy is quite large for a person with only 15, 16 weeks of pregnancy. And it's been like that almost after the first month. But it was because the baby makes me bloat a lot for some reason, or gives me a lot of gas. So my tummy just sticks out. My tummy always kind of stuck out a little bit naturally, like sometimes when I eat or whatever, it just sticks out. But it's been, kind of sticks out a lot for someone with my few weeks of pregnancy. Anyway, so this morning we wake up, it was actually more like noon, and Diego's like, "Babe, your stomach doesn't look that big anymore. It doesn't look that big." And I was like, "Oh, well, it's sticking out. It is bigger than it is usually, than before. But yeah, in the mornings it's smaller." And he goes, "Yeah, but your butt looks like it's gonna explode." Only Diego says these things to me, and only I laugh at them. If I were another woman, I might punch him in the face. But it was pretty funny the way he said it with his cute little accent. So I told him, I was looking in the mirror and I said, "It's not that my butt's bigger, it's that my stomach is bigger, and my stomach is farther away from my butt, so it makes my butt look bigger." But think he bought that. He just said that my butt looks like it's gonna explode. So there's that. Anyways, tomorrow we have our next doctor's appointment. It's actually been a couple months because I went to California to visit all of you, to visit family and stuff for a month. So, yeah, so the first and last doctor's appointment was November 29th. Oh, but that wasn't the first. The first was the November 26th. So we had a couple, but and we had the ultrasound, the echographia. So I guess tomorrow, I was reading my book of what to expect when you're expecting, and it said to write down all the questions that you might have for your doctor. So I did that, especially because I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I don't speak Spanish very well, and we're here in Argentina. So my relationship with my doctor is a little bit strange. Like, it's not as comfortable as I would feel if I were in the States talking to an English speaker. I mean, the guy probably speaks English anyways, because a lot of people here do. But I speak more or less well, but still there's things that I don't understand. So a lot of times I depend on Diego to translate for me. And he's really nervous whenever we go visit the doctor too. So he doesn't have any questions or anything. So I wrote down all my questions, and I'm going to go talk to the doctor tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll set up the appointment for the next sonogram. And I'm hoping that they'll be able to give me a CD or something this time of the sonogram so I can keep it. The big bummer is that I don't think they have the 4D sonograms at my in my clinic, which is a big bummer because now that the technology is out there, I would love to have that. I would love to see the little booger moving around in 4D. So, and we should be able, the next sonogram, we should be able to find out the sex, because by the time we go, I'll be 4 months or more than 4 months. So I should be able to find out the sex by now. And I have a very strong feeling that it's a boy, but my mom thinks that's a girl. And she keeps telling me that when I find out not to tell her, because she wants it to be a surprise. So, good luck with that, Mommy. With Facebook and all of that. But, yeah, I'm getting a little anxious because we're supposed to be moving. We're here in the central, this National Prayer Center, which is YWAM affiliated and connected to all the churches here and stuff, and that's where we live. And we live in a really big room, which is kind of like a small flat, and we share the kitchen with everybody in the living room and everything. And it's been a really nice space for us up until now. But I guess we'll be moving. The girls are going to let us move next door, which is where they live, and we're going to like figure out what other rooms that they're going to move into. But that space has like a small room and then a bigger room and much more closet space and a private bathroom, and actually like a private entryway. It has like a door like blocking us from everybody else. So let me see how I am on time. Oh, I'm good. So that's going to be much better for us because obviously so much more room. Right now, my room, as they say in Argentine Spanish, es un quilombo, which is actually very bad slang, but it means that it's a big, it's a big, huge mess. Because I came from the States with 2 boxes full of baby stuff that, you know, my sister and my mom and my aunt and everybody gave to me, which is awesome. I'm super excited. I have basically everything I need except for maybe the bed, which I couldn't, you know, fit into a box to bring here. But maybe I'll get a hand-me-down or buy a new one here. And Diego also, he came for a couple days for Christmas because that's all they would give him for vacation. He brought with him, you know, a whole suitcase full of stuff and a box full of stuff. And I have no place to put any of this stuff yet. So I'm a little bit anxious to move next door because my room is a mess. And not only can I not stand it, but Diego's very, he's a little obsessive compulsive, shall I say. And he likes things to be just so. And he gets all like, if things are not in place, he gets all like nervous or whatever. And it makes me feel nervous. And so it's just not as much fun to have a room that's not with everything in its place. Which is probably funny for a lot of you who knew me growing up because my room was always un quilombo, was always a mess. So, but now I'm very organized, pretty clean. I'm doing better because otherwise Diego would have a big freak out. So, and it's nicer to keep the room like this. Anyways, I guess I'll show you my belly, which is huge right now, but I will show it to you so you can see how large it is, if you can see this. Hope you can see that. I don't have a measuring tape, otherwise I would measure it. But this is, you know, almost 16 weeks. So it's quite large, especially for a first pregnancy. And I'm pretty sure I'm not having twins because we only saw one baby in the first sonogram. So that's that. And I guess I will see you next week with my update of more movements and sonograms and more funny sayings from my very hilarious husband. So, bye. See you next time.